Hey guys, welcome to Heart Academy for January 26, 2017. This video is for the 7th graders for your homework tonight, which is pages 3 and 2, or 2 and 3. And so we went through it in class. I just want to go over it again, just in case. First, I'm looking at page 3, okay? And then I'm going to go back and look at page 2. So for page 3, remember, you only have to do questions A1 and A3. You do not have to do A2 or A4. Now, we've done A1 in class, but just for a review, I'll explain it again. So I'm going to go ahead and solve A1 again for you. The ratio of books to magazine at Jess's house is 5:3. 5 to 3. If there are 21 magazines at Jess's house, how many books are there? Okay, so unlike last night's homework, these are not looking for unit prices. What you're doing is a comparison of two items. And thus, that's why I color-coded the two items you're comparing. Because I noticed in class, some students, some of you guys don't know whether to, what number of the ratio to put with the item. And a rule of thumb for all these worksheets, and the way we do this in math, is whatever's mentioned first, the first number goes with it. Mentioned second, the second number goes with it. So in that case, I know I have books, and then magazine. My first number for books is 5. My first number for magazines is 3. So now you can do a ratio comparison, or an equivalent fraction. It says if there are 21 magazines at Jess's house, how many books are there? So where do you think this 21 is going to go? What's not going to go with the books? We're talking magazines, so 21. And our old trick of cross multiply and divide, you will find the answer to the equivalent ratio of books that are in Jess's house to 21 magazines. In doing so, you would have, and yes, you can use a calculator, 5 times 21, divide that by 3, 35. So, X in this case is 35. So, if there are 5 books to 3 magazines, if there's 21 magazines, there would be 35 books. So now you have A3 over here. I want you to try that one on your own, and we'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay, so going back a page, page 2, homework. Now, my 4th period, you had some fraction decimal percent work that's up here. You guys have already did that. My 1st period, do not worry about the problems that are up here, okay? The problems that you want to do for page 2 are the ones below that start here. And there are 6 problems on this page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So, I demonstrated how to do this setup in class. Period 4, I got farther with you than I did with 1st period. So 1st period, this information is really for you. So I will do questions A1, A2, and A3, so you can do questions B1, B2, and B3 on your own. All right. So first, let's look at A1. Okay, so this is question A1, is to fill in this chart. Now, I'm going to fill it in or use down here as my scrapwork. Please do not put your scrapwork for this down here. Use separate paper, graph paper preferably. Okay, so what are the two things that we're comparing here? That's right, we're comparing miles to minutes. So we're comparing miles to minutes. Okay, now what we want to do is fill in all these empty spaces. How can you do that? First thing you want to do is fill in the one that has both numbers. Miles, 27, minutes, 63. 27, 63. With that, you can now do equivalent fractions. Okay, now in class I started from the top. This time I'm going to start from the bottom because it doesn't matter. All right. So, if I'm going to do a comparison of 27 miles to 66 minutes, and I'm trying to find out this X, let's take what we already know. 30 miles. Where's that 30 going to go? Top or bottom? Top. X. So I can figure out the minutes. And yes, again, all you do is cross multiply to divide. 66 times 30 divided by 27. 66 times 30 divided by 27, you get 73.33. Or you could just simply use it as 73. Okay? So X here, you have 73. So, well, make that 73. Now, let's say you want to go and fill in this as X. I'll go ahead and use a different color. This is now X, okay? So I can either use this proportion or this proportion to fill in this answer. I'll still use the 27 and 63 since it's already written. Except this time, I have 42 minutes. So, and we know 42 minutes are down at the bottom. And to figure out how many miles, my X would be here. So once again, you're going to cross multiply divide. 27 times 42. Divide that by 66. 27 times 42. Divide that by 66. 17.1. So this answer, 17.1. Or you can just round it to 17. I think I'll just keep it at 17. Okay. Now that I know this, hey, let's skip around. I'll go up here. So watch this. And you clear them all out. And we said that this was, forgot already, 17. Okay. That's 17. So now I can use this proportion, and I'm going to skip and do the front, or the top one. Minutes. Miles to minutes. Miles to minutes. Cross multiply divide. Get this X, which is here. 17 times 7. Divide that by 42. 2.83. 2.83, which is close enough to 3. Okay? So my answer here is 3. All right, so if you're getting decimal answers, you need to round, okay? Because I know that if you start with this and then do this one first, the answer is automatically going to be 3. So if you're doing any other order and you end up with a decimal answer, you just need to round that decimal and then you would have the correct answer, okay? So now that you know how to do that, you can do B1 on your own. Again, start with the proportion you already have. This becomes X. Set up your two fractions to solve for X. Okay? And over here, question A2. This is something that we've done before, but I think was like before Christmas break. Okay? What this says is, do the following fractions form a proportion? You have 20 over 24 and 12 over 16. The best way to figure this out, okay, is to cross multiply and divide something. Let's say I cross multiply this way. 20 times 16 divided by, now what am I going to divide by? The 24 or the 12? I'm letting you know it doesn't matter. Pick one. Let's say you divide by 12. If you do that, you should get 24 as your answer if this is a true proportion. So take that, divide by 12, and what I got was 26, not 24. Just to be on the safe side, you can do it the other way too, okay? So 20 times 16, 20 times 16, and instead of divided by 12, divide by 24, you should get 12. I still have 26.6, okay? So is this a following proportion correct? Answer here should be no. Another way to perform this, and this is the way that one student in my class likes to perform it, okay? Take out any number, okay? Let's say I'm going to take out 24, doesn't matter, right? And pretend it's X. What would you do? Well, you'll cross multiply and divide. 20 times 16 divided by 12. 26.6666 is my answer. And then, what was that answer again? 24. Does that match? No. So that you know, this answer still no, they are not equivalent fractions. They're not equivalent proportions. So that's how you would do B2. Okay? Now, A3, which will match your B3. You're going to set up proportions of comparing items. So you know you're going to do this. An animal shelter has 36 kittens and 12 puppies. 36 kittens, so you know you compared kittens to puppies. 36 to 12. Beth says that the ratio of kittens to puppies is 3 to 1. Remember, match your first item with your first number. So kittens is 3, puppies is 1. So basically the question is she correct? How will we know? Same method you used for this. Okay? I'm going to do the easy method, or the one I think is more clear for people. Okay? And take out a number. So I'm going to take out a number. Let's say you take out 3. It doesn't matter which number you take out, because now you know what to cross multiply and divide. 36 times 1 is 36. So then divided by 12, I got 3. Was my original answer 3? Yes, it was. So is she correct? Yes. Okay? Now, just for kicks, I'm going to take out another number. Let's say you decided you're taking out 36 instead. Okay. So now what would you cross multiply divide? 12 times 3, divide by 1. Let's do that. 12 times 3, divided by 1. Guess what answer I got? 36. Does that match this? Yes, she's still correct. Okay? So is she correct? Final answer to that should be yes. Same setup for B3. Good luck with the rest of page 2 and the one question now that you have left on page 3. And I will see you tomorrow.